Hi ladies, welcome to the Sarah's Report. Today we're going to be showing you how I did these beautiful abstract ombre swirl nails. So yeah, jumping right into it, I'm just starting by filing the surface of my nails just to remove any shine and to make sure that everything sticks later on. And if you still see a bit of shine, that's because I had a top coat on. If you do that, it should be perfectly fine. I haven't had any problems doing that. Next, I'm using some nail tips, and I'm using the Kiss nail glue to go in and apply these to my nails. And you're going to want to make sure that the tips that you pick out line up with the size of your nails, so from edge to edge, not overhanging or underhanging. And then we're going to go in and start trimming those down to length, and it really helps if you get one of these straight edge nail clippers, so I highly recommend if you don't have one to get one. And then I'm going for a coffin shape, that's my favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and cut down the sides of the nails, and this will help reduce the time that we spend filing and shaping. So depending on what size or style of nail you want to do, go ahead and trim that down. Okay, so now that that is all done, we are going to go in with a nail file. I'm using a 100 grit nail file that I got from Sally's, and I'm just going to smooth out those nail cuts, clips, whatever you want to call them. Make sure everything is smooth, even, and sharp and how I want it. Next, I'm taking the Gershion base coat and I'm applying that to the natural nail up to the tip, and then you're going to cure that for 60 seconds. And here are the polygels that I'll be using. I actually ended up switching from this dark pink to the cover pink, but I'm using the Gershion clear and cover pink polygel, and then also 70% isopropyl alcohol for my slip solution. And I'm just going to pour that into this little adapter dish, I think that's what you call it. So here is a quick demonstration of the process that we're going to be doing. For those of you who already know how to do your polygel nails, but for those of you who don't, I will be showing a close-up in just a second. Alright, so here's a close-up. So you're going to want to place a small bead on your nail at the base, and then take your brush, dip it in alcohol, dab off the excess, and then you're going to want to start smoothing that bead out. So I first like to pat the bead down and want it to kind of be even across the base of the nail. And then once you get it smoothed down, you'll start pushing the product to the edge of your nails, making sure not to get any of it on your skin. And throughout this, you just want to keep dipping your brush in the alcohol and dabbing off the excess if you notice that it starts getting sticky and it's not moving as well. Alright, so once you have it pretty much edge to edge on all of your nail, you'll want to start smoothing the product into place. So I'm pushing it back and forward just to build up the apex and to get that ombre shape. And one tip, if you really want to smooth without moving too much product at once, you're going to want to dip your brush in alcohol and don't dab off the excess. That will help really smooth it out. And then after each nail, I'm curing it for 30 seconds. And then I'll just continue that process, making sure not to drag the product up too far on the nail because we still want to keep that tip color. Next, I'll be going in with the clear polygel, and this one was a little bit harder just because it's invisible, you can't really see it as much. But after you place the polygel on your nail, you're going to place a little bit more than you did the pink polygel, and then you're just going to start smoothing that out. And since we already built the apex with the pink, you don't have to focus on the apex as much with the clear, but I'm still bringing that all the way down to the base of the nail, just so we don't file away any of that pink once we get to the filing process. And just smoothing that out, making sure we have a clean shape. That's all you're gonna do really. It's pretty simple. The hardest part is just seeing the product, so make sure you're flipping your nail around at all angles. And for this, I recommend using a little bit more alcohol than we did with the pink, because the clear Gershion Polygel is a little bit easier to move and manipulate. So sometimes if your brush is too dry, you'll move too much at once. So just a little tip if you're using the same product as me. And then once again, I'm curing this for 30 seconds for each nail, and then I will continue that process on the rest of my fingers. And just another little tip, if you really want to cut down on the time that it will take to file your nails later, make sure that you're really getting the correct shape when you're doing this. You could totally do it way faster than I did, just apply the product and then file all the extra down. But as you can see, when I turn my nails to the side, they have a pretty good shape here, and I won't have to do that much filing later. Next, you're going to take a piece of paper towel or something else and put some alcohol and then rub away that sticky layer on your nails after you have cured them all. Make sure you cure them before you do this, but you need to remove that sticky layer before you can start filing. I'm going in with my nail file, and honestly I didn't really even do that much filing here with the nail file. I just went over it very lightly because I didn't need to, and I didn't want to cause any unnecessary divots. I'm not the best at filing with an e-file yet. I'm still practicing, but as you can see, this was extremely light filing, and then I do go in with that 100-180 grit nail file afterwards, just to further make sure I'm getting everything even and smooth. And this is where if you put too much polygel, you would really go ham, but since I made mine pretty even and smooth how I wanted the final nail to look, I didn't have to do that much. And lastly, you're going to want to take a buffing block and buff out your nails to smooth down the surface and make sure there's no rough edges or anything like that. So this is what your nails should be looking like, and then once again I'm just going to rub away any of that excess dust with an alcohol wipe. Okay, and then we are taking a white nail polish. This is the Gelish one, and I'm gonna start making the swirls, and you can use any color you want, obviously. So I'm just doing random patterns with this detail brush that I also got from Sally's, and I am using another brush dipped in the alcohol to clean up any mistakes. So if you accidentally mess up your line, you can take alcohol and remove the mess ups with that brush, the extra brush, before you cure everything. So yes, I'm just doing random patterns, like I said, cleaning up as I go, and then you're going to want to cure this for 30 seconds as well. So after the cure, you're going to go in with the Gershion top coat if you're using the Gershion kit like I am. If not, just any gel top coat. Apply that to all your nails. And then for the last cure, I usually do a 60-second and a 30-second cure. And then here are the final results. You have beautiful abstract polygel, swirl, ombre, whatever you want to call it, nails. And this is what they look like. And then the last step before we're done is just to go in with some cuticle oil. So I'm just doing that, applying that to each finger and rubbing it in. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will try to link everything that I used down below in the description bar. But yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye.